Okay, hello, good morning. Um, yeah, I had a bit of a rough morning. I just completely snapped. Um, and it should be a nice morning, but then our daughter, who is like pushing 5 years soon, she watches TV before kindergarten, and when I'm supposed to bring her to kindergarten, get her to put on her clothes and like get to work, I get a bit impatient sometimes because she has this routine of dressing herself in front of the TV, which is just insane. But that's as much my fault, right? That isn't her fault. I've like uh, been part of creating that routine. But then the question is like, how do we get her out of that routine? And I'm like, no, let's just make a rule now. It will be a fight for a few days, but then everybody has a much better morning. And I'm not a very like traditional like it's really funny like parenting in terms of generations. It was very different just the last generation, and we know a lot more about how children work now, how they think. Well, basically how they don't think. Like their brains aren't ready until like the human brain isn't like done until like your mid 20s. So when you're like 4 or 5 years old, like you don't have any, you don't understand consequences, you don't understand time. It's like it's, of course you don't understand that, but that's why we have to help them, right? And the question is, how do we do that? Do we rip off the band-aid, or do we kind of step by step, small steps, kind of move them into a new routine? And I'm totally in favor of doing it step by step. I don't want this old school stressful family life where parents just shout at their children when they don't act the way they want to and stuff. But some things needs to be like rip off the band-aid, and this is one of them. Yeah, and I didn't snap at our daughter, of course. The one who gets it is my girlfriend. And yeah, I don't think we communicate very well on this specific issue. But yeah, that's parenthood. That's parenthood. Anyways, I don't know why I'm sharing these things at the start of the stream. I think I just have to get it out of my head to focus. So if you don't care, I completely understand. But it's for me to start focusing on my day. So so last time we actually implemented the live sync, and it actually worked. But there was a bug that occurred, and the bug was very interesting. Because what happened is that you see this thing here. Previously, it wasn't data. Like it passed in like the elements, like each part of the data was passed in individually here. My point is, let me remove this type. So this is automatically typed now to return a new context. But so if I do this, I'll get an error because this is not a valid context. But if I just add random shit here, it doesn't yell at me because this is still a valid context, and this is how TypeScript works. It's, I don't remember the term, but it's not like exact equal. The types doesn't have to be exact. They just have to be compatible. That's the thing. But the problem is this gives bugs, right? And there's a thread, like an issue thread on GitHub about this, and TypeScript is going to introduce an exact helper with the intention of actually changing TypeScript so that it's exact instead of compatible, the way I understood it. Which is a good thing, because you really want it to be like just compatible. You want it to be this specific type. So there's no way to get around this currently. I tried like crazy, sprinkling all the dark magic I have on top of this, but it didn't work. Maybe I'll revisit it, But currently you can just add the exact return type, because if you do this, if you add a type like on the function return type, like you can create a type that expresses this function and then say that it returns Excalidraw. It has to be like directly in the function itself. Then it suddenly becomes exact. Who knows why it's like that? But now you see it starts yelling. So that was actually the bug. And since I discovered this, I really want to fix this. So currently it's just documented that all these handlers should have an explicit return type. But when we get the exact type, which I hope comes in the next version of TypeScript, you don't have to do that exact return type. And maybe I'll find a way around it. I don't think it's possible, but yeah. So that's it. And then I wanted to, like, I was playing around. I have this new project. Maybe I can show it to you first. I have this new project because, yeah, like my girlfriend and me, I built this app for us a while back, which is called Family Scrum. It's just a way for us to be a bit more organized. And we needed this when we got our first kid. But then for some reason I don't remember why, but we stopped using the app. I think I got a new phone and stuff. And yeah, it had a couple of bugs. And then we have another kid now. So now we need it more than ever. So what I want to do is I want to revisit that app, and I want to do it in this React states architecture approach. And that doesn't only tie into how it's implemented, it's really how you think about it. So we always start like with an Excalidraw of how it's going to work. And then there's one concept within this architecture I haven't tested yet. And that is to implement it in a proof of concept environment. Meaning that in this architecture, React States architecture, you have this explicit concept of an environment where your application is mounted into that environment. And then you have an interface between the app and the environment, which means that you will implement this interface for the different environments, where one environment is the browser, another environment is test, for example. And a third environment could be server, which we can also look at because this app is going to run on Next.js. But there is also an environment of proof of concept. And that is where we basically just implement, we just fake it. So you can like start the app, you can sign in, you can add stuff, like everything is fake. But the really good thing about that is it gives you time to explore that environment interface so that it works exactly as you want to from the perspective of the application itself. And we also get a chance to like test the interactions and how does it look and stuff like that. So if you haven't heard me talking about Family Scrum, it's basically, this is the old app. It's basically, you have this overview of days, which shows the current day. And then you have a grocery list where you have different categories of groceries. These are hard-coded. And the point of having these categories is that when you do go to the store, it will be sorted. So you, in Norway, the shops typically has the same layout. So it's much easier to get through it because you kind of just, yeah, it sorts it by category. And then you can, of course, add a new grocery. And what you do is you just go in here, you can choose a category and you just tap the grocery and then it adds like a count. And then that pops up in the actual shopping list. What I'm going to add here is that if you want to kind of, okay, what do we need? We kind of go through the categories, right? And kind of look, what do we typically shop? But sometimes you want to add something specific. And that is why I'm having this keyboard down here. And the way this works is that it highlights letters that are valid. So for example, here I would have the full keyboard, but only B and G would be open. And as soon as I did, well, B or G, only R would be open, right? And then after that, I would have E and A would be open. So it's an incredibly quick way to find a specific thing. Yeah, and then when you go and shop, I'll have to figure out, since this is a browser application, I have to figure out how to keep the screen lit, because that's really important when you're shopping and you constantly have to, especially now with your masks and stuff, and the phone doesn't recognize you and you have to tap the PIN code. It's just horrible. But anyways, you just tap through these as you shop, and then the list is empty. So that's like grocery shopping. And then we have this week planner, but instead of like adding like new things every time, when you're a family, you have these routines, you do the same stuff every week. It's just different days, and different members of the family has to take ownership and doing different things. So the way this works is that you rather create tasks, and those tasks just has a description, and optionally it can be an event, which is like when you set a date for it. This happens once. It's like a birthday, or we're going on a trip or whatever. But typically it's just a task. And then you go to, typically plan next week. And then we see all the tasks. And then for each task, you see each person in the family and the day. And then they just tap, I'm going to do it this day and this day and this day. Kind of committing to doing that the next week. So you have multiple items in this list. And then you can also do this, like edit the current week if you need to change something. But anyways, it pops up here. So you have like Monday, you see the tasks everyone's doing that day, and then you can like swipe over. What's new here is there's also a dashboard mode. So we ruined our iPad, so I'm buying a new one with a stand. So it's going to sit on the table like in landscape mode. And in dashboard mode, we always see what's the current shopping list, and we see the full week plan, like what happens all of next week, or like 7 days forward. And then it also shows like what are the next events we have. And you can't like add tasks and plan and stuff here. That's something you do on your phone because you're going to commit to it, right? But you can add groceries. So this is basically the same thing. Like you want to add some groceries, it changes the view into basically what you saw down here. And you can also add groceries there. Anyways, this is the app. And the point is that now we're going to implement this as a proof of concept. So it's going to use Firebase, but we don't care about that now. We're just exploring like what's the environment interface we need? What does the data types look like ideally for this application? And then we're just going to implement the whole thing. And then later we're going to actually implement the environment interface of testing and actually write tests for all these different transitions. And then last but not least, we're actually going to implement with Firebase and test the thing. That's going to be an interesting exploration. Looking forward to that. But before we do that, I was playing around with this and I wanted to like use icons here, but I couldn't. Oh, that looked like shit. Because if you paste an SVG into Excalidraw, it just pastes it as text. And there is this library called SVG to Excalidraw, which allows us to actually convert it. And then we can write it back to the clipboard. So the way I imagine this is that we're going to try to add a clipboard listener. I looked into the source code of Excalidraw. It has a clipboard listener on the document. So we are going to try to add the same thing, but we have to prevent this is the thing. We are going to look at whenever something added to the clipboard, we're going to look at it. And if it's an SVG, we want to write a new item to the clipboard, which Excalidraw picks up and then actually pastes it into the Excalidraw. But it will, by default, it will also insert the text, right? Like the SVG text. So we have to prevent Excalidraw from picking up SVGs in the clipboard. And I have this theory I thought we could try. Let's see. Let's go to local. Oops. Lul. I think we're going to play around with this on something I'm not really 3 days ago. Yeah. This is nice. We can use this one. Okay, so where I went was to hero icons. This is really nice. You just click, like you hover them, copy SVG, which is really nice. Let's see. For some reason, my phone is like it turns off the light all the time. I don't understand why it does that. Sorry, I got a message from my girlfriend. That's how we resolve our conflicts. We send text messages to each other. OMG. Okay, not agreeing with that. OMG. She just misunderstands me. Okay. Yeah, we'll figure it out. So what I want to do, like, so if I paste now, you see I get the full SVG. So what we need to do, we need to find a way to pick up this thing. So we're just going to hack it a little bit for now, just to play around with it. So we're going to just go into the main file, and I'm going to add document, add event listener, paste. Hello, and we're getting an event here, and I think it's like a data or something, clipboard data. That's it. Let's see. Okay, so we have some clipboard data. Types. Oh, I guess it kind of, yeah, it probably drops it. Let's see. Get data. Whatever. Oh, yeah. One argument. What argument is required? Format. What? Clipboard get data format. What are the formats? Get data. Oh, text HTML. Can I just say text? Oh, text HTML. Let's try that. Let's see what happens. Nothing. There we go. When we get it as text. Cool. Okay, so we're getting the data. What I'm wondering now, if I do prevent default, will Excalidraw now not pick it up? Damn, it picked it up. What if I change this to be capture true? This has to do with the propagation of the event. Damn it. What if I do window Add event listener. Oh, it has to be. Does a document have a parent node? No, it doesn't. How are we going to prevent Excalidraw from doing this? I was hoping this would work. Passive. Oh, I was hoping this was more straightforward. Where did I find it? I looked at... I think it's here. Fetch. Yeah, parse clipboard, that's the one. Paste from clipboard. There we go. Document remove, yeah. Here we have event paste is probably like paste. Is there some way I can intercept this? Does anyone know? Does anyone know? Prevent default on same element. That's it cancels the default action and not just a click event. So for instance, oh wait, it's not prevent default. Of course, it's stop propagation. So I can't. Everybody confuses those, right? Because stop propagation is what prevents. We don't want to prevent default. We just want to prevent the event from bubbling. And I take pride in being like I have solid knowledge of the difference of the two, but this time it completely failed me. Let's see. There we go. Stop propagation. Nice. So now, what we can do now, we can check the contents, and if it starts with SVG, if it starts with something like that, content, if content and content starts with blah, we do stop propagation. Cool. So if I were to copy this SVG again, this shouldn't work, but if I paste text, some other text, that works. Great. So what we want to do now, we want to use this other tool, put that in there, and we want to trigger a new. So let's do event stop propagation, and then let's like remove something just to try it, because now we want to actually write. Can I write set data? Oh, can I change the data? This is interesting. Maybe we don't have to stop the propagation. So let's kind of bippity boo. Format, what was it, text? Bippity boo. Okay, let's see what happens now. If I do this, that will be ideal, because then we just, change it on the fly. Let's see. So we have this text. Okay, that didn't work. So we have to do that, and then I guess we have to trigger a new document clipboard. Oh, how do I write to the clipboard? Navigator clipboard, write text. Okay, let's try doing that. Somebody's awake. Yeah, it's working. That's awesome. Okay, this is actually going to work. Okay, so let's implement this properly now. We're going to... Well, I really want to see this in action. So let's just import... What was the name of the thing? SVG. Oh, yeah. Oh. I guess there's no typing for that. Let's just do a TS ignore on it. I don't care. So what we want to do, we want to convert... Okay, we have to actually check if it works. Come on. Like this. And we want to do that with the content. Kind of weird that it... Oh. Clipboard content, and then if has errors, return, or we'll put that content in there. Now the question is, okay, write text. We can just, okay, cool, do that. Nice. So we'll just put it in there. Like this should work, shouldn't it? Let's see. It might look like shit. That's also a thing. Oh, param not a number. Oh, it didn't work. Because like the thing is, SVGs are way more complex than these elements. So I guess there are certain things it just can't do. Let's try the... Starts with SVG. We can just do SVG. Okay, so let's try pasting that one. That didn't work. Object. Okay. I don't think this is working. Navigate to heart. The heart JSON is not copied to your clipboard, just paste it into your... What does that mean? JSON? Damn it, I was hoping this would work. Like nothing is happening here. Oh, maybe it has errors. Now it says object. Oh yeah, where did it go? Type Excalidraw version 2. That's weird. Why doesn't it paste it? Oh, is it because it's white or no? That is certainly weird. And now it's suddenly an object. Is it just not compatible with the thing? I was hoping this would just work. This really sucks. But no matter, like it wasn't able to like copy a simple. Maybe it was because it was missing a view box. Maybe we have to add that. Anyways, we have to make this one work first anyways. And it's pasting it, but there's like nothing there. And I have a feeling it's the data format. It's wrong for it. Because this was updated 2 months ago, and use points on path. Damn it, damn it, damn it, damn it. I can trim it, by the way. This is really annoying. I'm not sure where to go from here. Like the only thing I can imagine is that like the elements, like the thing we're pasting is just wrong. Like, or the data it's converting to is just wrong. Fill style solid. Stroke color, yeah. Opacity, scene roughness, points. What are we going to do about this? Should we... Damn it. Could I somehow... Let's see. So if I copy this one, oh, that's interesting. It's just type Excalidraw / elements. Oh, this is interesting. But when I pasted the other thing, maybe I can just fix it. Well, first of all, it actually parsed it. While here it's a string. That's one thing. And then type Excalidraw / elements. It seems to be it seems to be some kind of mismatch. Okay, so what if I go in here and we say content type equals Excalidraw elements, and then we JSON stringify it. What happens then? Absolutely nothing. Okay, what else was it? Excalidraw / elements. Yeah, and it has created. Let's do that. Date now. Yeah, I'm also going to log the thing. And let's delete the content source. Okay, let's see what happens now. Still doesn't work. And now we are saying Excalidraw elements created. It gives a version. Let's delete the version as well. And we have created here. It might be like maybe this has changed. Like the points. Maybe that's not valid anymore for some reason. There's a type on the ID. Type draw. Oh, maybe the version is actually added by Excalidraw. Let me remove these ones. I have to go shortly. Oh, this is such a bummer. I thought this would work. That's so weird, because here you see that it's just... Maybe there's something I'm not seeing here. Created elements type version nonce. And the other thing, oh, so we have Excalidraw elements and we had created. We have the element and it has an ID X, Y. It has coordinates, it has a stroke color, blah blah blah. Group IDs. Like it doesn't say anything, it's just type draw. Ah, this sucks. This requires me to understand the internals of Excalidraw, and I don't know the internals of Excalidraw, so I'm kind of lost on this. we were so close. At least my theory worked. Like intercepting the event and then... well, let's try one more thing. Let's drop the JSON stringify. Maybe that just happens automatically, like it does. I don't know. Maybe this is even like related to the clipboard API, because it's actually not, yeah, like it's not stable yet. It's still experimental. So maybe something has changed. Does it like have a types thing? Types. Excalidraw elements type. That's base. Does it have something called draw? Not raw, but draw. Yeah, type draw points. Last committed point. You need to paste twice. But then I'm just getting an object. Oh, yeah, of course, we're writing to the clipboard. We're not pasting again. Of course. Yeah, that's true, Etienne, of course. But still, it's like an object. It's not the actual thing. Yeah, because that's what I didn't understand. This is not copied to your clipboard. Just paste it into your Excalidraw session. But that's the weird thing. Like, because we did do this. Like we did make it work so that, or did I actually write it twice? Write text, but didn't I? Didn't I paste? Didn't I like put text as the first argument and then we? Now I'm confused. How did we do the bippity boo thing? I have to check. Because we had a version running where we actually were able to paste. Yeah, write text. So this one was working. Oh, SVG. No, we had to do it twice. Oh, sorry. Ah. A stream, eh? Ja. Okay, that was my bad. You have to do it twice. But I thought this would actually trigger the paste event. Is it possible to trigger like a custom event? I want to make that work first, because this has to work. Like for this to be a good experience, we have to. And we couldn't do event clipboard data. Oh, this is what we were trying to do. That didn't work either, did it? Like we changed the data of the No, that was, I thought it was working. Is there some like, was it a replace data there? No, this requires more research. Sadly. You can't. Okay. Okay, this is not going to work. We can't like it. If you have to paste twice, it's like, it's just weird. Or I guess like we could. Oh my god. Can I? Oh, maybe we ruined everything now. Yeah, we did. Yeah, because maybe. Because maybe. And we could have like a notification. We could do that. Like you have a notification that says that you have to, if you try to paste an SVG, you kind of have to do it again. But it's kind of weird, no, that we have to. It pastes an object. Maybe that is because we have to do this. No. Still doesn't work. Yeah, no freaking idea. I have absolutely no idea. Why aren't you working? Oh yeah, wait a minute. Maybe now we can do the type equals Excalidraw element. I think that's the thing that's like wrong from this. There we go. Yes, it's working. Okay, the really annoying thing is that I have to paste it twice though. But we could have a notification that kind of states, all right, you paste an SVG. I've done something to it. Let me now param, not a number. I have a feeling that this is because it doesn't have a view. Oh, it does have a view box. Parse path. Param, not a number. If is type. We have to look at the parser. Okay, but this is interesting. It could, maybe it will do something with this. But we have to param not a number. I wonder what param they're referring to. It's the path. So what's different here? Not a number. Path. D. Is it these things that it doesn't understand? Let's try to remove some stuff here. Let's remove these two. Well, I didn't get the error though. Oh, wait a minute. Ah, fuck. Heroic icons are actually using... Oh. It's actually... Oh, no, this is just the size of it. Does this have a size? No, it's just a view box. This is not working. Stroke width. Let's remove that as well. Let's just do... Nothing. Fill none. What did this other thing have? Let's remove these ones as well. No. Do we have any other icon SVG copy? Download. Why are they making it so difficult? Oh. Okay, this is not what I was after. Wow, it's amazing how... Oh, god damn it. I wonder what's wrong about this one that makes it not work. Stroke, current color. Maybe it's the... Oh. Maybe it's like in here. Like this is too complicated. But isn't there like font awesome or something? Don't they have... Can I copy the SVG? Download SVG. Blah blah blah. Oh, can't I just do what I do on the heroicans? Oh. Wow, why didn't that work? That's weird. It says SVG. Why didn't it pick it up as an... What the fudge? Trimmed. Trim. Oh, that's interesting. So these work. It's just the hero icons, the ones that I actually wanted to use, they don't work. But this is kind of the whole point. I want these to work. Because they are so easy to copy. That's the whole point. But it looks like maybe this data stuff is just too complex. Yeah, param, not a number. Maybe they use some other format that, yeah, it doesn't understand it. God damn it. Is there some other icon? Not the number. Oops. Oops. Oh, God damn it. Okay, I actually have a meeting now. Oh, it's actually, oh, it's still giving an error. Okay, sorry, I didn't notice that it's giving an error. Okay, so that would be something to look into. Like, it doesn't handle these things. It's like there's a tokenizer kind of thing. Yeah, it just doesn't understand these types of SVGs, which is really sad. Okay, we got pretty far with this. Param, not a number. Yeah, because this path needs to be converted into points. That's the whole deal. And they look really, really weird. So maybe it's like, maybe this is beyond the scope of the library. But then, yeah, I would need, like, how can, if there's some easy way for me to use something else, like, can I copy this directly? Copy image. No. Like, if I could just copy the SVG somehow. I actually have to download it, which sucks. Then the whole thing kind of breaks. Copy image. Nope. So font awesome doesn't work. So many nice icons, I can't use any of them without downloading them first. That sucks. Copy SVG. Oh, these look like shit. For fuck's sake. Wait a minute. React. Didn't they have like... No, of course there. I wonder where the... shit, I really have to go to that meeting. Wait a minute. GitHub font awesome. Haven't they built all the... solid add? Can I like just Isn't there like a... Oh, is it a blob? Raw. And then view source. And then copy. And then I can add it. Oh, this is so annoying. I can't believe it. It's actually the other tools that... Okay, but what we can do though, we can install, like, this is our internal tool, so we can actually install Font Awesome. Maybe that's a good idea. So we would like install Font Awesome, and but how would we actually list all these things? I wonder if we could do it differently. Like, maybe we could like go to Font Awesome clipboard, because they all have their own URL, don't they? So we could like, okay, go to clipboard, copy this, paste it into Excalidraw. It understands this URL and it uses it to fast. We don't know where it is. Like, it doesn't say in the URL where it is. Oh my god, I can't drop this. I really want this to work. Anyone have any idea? Phosphor icons? Ooh. Yeah. Still have to download. No, copy SVG. Cool. Well, that wasn't exactly what I copied, was it? Airplane. Oh, there's probably hundreds of elements there. Yeah, maybe this wasn't the best idea. It kind of works though. It kind of works. Though it did look like the Font Awesome stuff worked better. Yeah. But there is something here, I think. Like, we could install this library. We could probably like lazy load all the SVGs. But we would need like a dictionary of all the things. Yeah, I don't know. Oh, this is so sad. This is so sad. Okay, I have to go. Up. It's this one, right? Yeah, I have to go. Okay, we got it working, but I think it needs some more thinking to give a good enough experience. Wow, that was annoying. That was insanely annoying. Why do they have so complex? These ones. Yeah, look at this. What the hell is this? Some weird stuff. Yeah, okay, I have to go. Bye-bye.